Hey guys, my name is Fire and today I have some Assassin's Creed Origins. Now before this video begins, I just want to say a massive thank you to one of my friends who actually game shared this game with me, or I game shared with him. He ended up getting this game, therefore I ended up getting it. He's got me a lot of games in the past and I just want to say a massive thank you. Assassin's Creed Origins seems to be a pretty big game so far. So far with my couple of hours of experience with the game, I'm really enjoying it. I've only ever played one other Assassin's Creed game, which was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and I loved the shit out of that game. I played that game so much, I absolutely loved it. And going back to the Assassin's Creed formula right now, or going back to an Assassin's Creed game, it's very different from what I remember. There's been a lot of things changed, and I can't really remember playing Brotherhood too much, but from what I can remember, it seems like a lot of things have changed. For one, the combat. The combat is different, and I'm not exactly too sure if I like it more or not. I loved Assassin's Creed Brotherhood's combat because it was so simple. It was just where you spammed a button, but it felt so goddamn satisfying to kill these guys, and it felt so easy to kill them as well. Like, there wasn't much skill involved. One thing I've noticed straight off the bat here is this game is a lot more challenging than other Assassin's Creeds. With the combat, it's kind of taken a bit more from like a tactical sort of combat. It's a lot more tactical, where you have to dodge, block, different things like that. You have to be a lot more aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it. Otherwise, you're probably gonna die. Trust me, this game is a lot harder than other Assassin's Creed games that I've played. As I said, I only played one. I played Black Flag for about like 30 minutes or so. I actually don't know why I stopped playing it. I probably should have actually played it more. I think I just wanted to play other games at the time because Black Flag looks amazing. I might actually have to go back to it. But overall, the combat kind of feels a little bit clunky. I do like the way there's a bit more of a challenge and a bit more of a skill cap involved with it, but with the clunkiness really makes it feel like it just can get kind of annoying at times, and the lock-on is horrible. Like, I mean dreadful, so it is. The way you lock on to enemies, it always locks on to the wrong enemy. Whenever I want to hit one enemy, it locks on to the opposite enemy that I want to hit, and if you're trying to fight multiple enemies at a time, which is something that I loved from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, because you could feel like a badass taking on like 10, 15 guys at once, no problem. In this game, if you run into let alone 2 to 3 guys, odds are you're gonna die. Now, one of the biggest standing out points to this game is the world. The world is beautiful. I love this world so much, and the world just looks amazing mixed in with the high graphics quality. Now, I am playing on Xbox One and the game looks beautiful. It's not Xbox One X or Pro or PlayStation 4 Pro or anything like that. I imagine the game would look even better than on them consoles, but on the regular Xbox, the game looks beautiful, so it does. It does feel a little bit pixely at times, I will admit that, but that might have to do more with my actual TV than the actual console itself and the actual game itself. Otherwise, the game looks beautiful. With the massive landscape of this open desert, you believe, or you'd think that the open desert would be quite boring and not enjoyable to walk through or look at, but believe it or not, it's actually so much fun walking through a desert because you can just take in the landscape around you and it looks beautiful, so it does. It's such a satisfying feeling walking through this massive world, and the draw distance is so far, like I mean extremely far. You can see so far out into the distance and the game just feels so real and so open. Another thing that I really love about the game so far is the AI. Now, I understand a lot of Assassin's Creed fans, or a lot of people that played this game, don't generally like the AI in Assassin's Creed, but myself, in this game at least, I love the AI. The AI just feels good. I don't know, maybe not the enemy AI necessarily, but the people in the world feel so lifelike, so they do. They feel real. They do their own little things. They're not doing the same thing over and over again. It's not an AI program to do the exact same thing over and over again, and it feels really stale. It feels like you're living, or you're walking around in a living, breathing world with real people. It feels awesome. Now, this game actually has more RPG elements in it than any other Assassin's Creed. It plays a lot more like an RPG than anything, which is awesome. My favorite genre of game is RPGs. I love RPGs. Games like Skyrim, even like World of Warcraft, MOBAs, different things like that. I love them style of games. I love games where you get loot, and that's something that really interested me about Destiny 2. Even though I did fall back in the game and stop playing it very, very quickly, I think a lot of people did that as well. It just got quite boring and it felt quite unsatisfying, the loot that you ended up getting in the game. But if a game does RPG right and does loot grinding right, such as Skyrim, it's awesome. Now, I haven't played the game enough to really tell if the game does RPG and loot right, because I haven't got that far into the game to really collect all this cool loot. But from the starting game, or from the start so far, that the little bit of loot that I have collected, it feels great, and I love the way you upgrade your abilities. There's so many abilities to go through, and it's so cool. You have like abilities to regenerate health, which I think is something that probably should have just been based or a standard based or built into the game, because at first I didn't know this and I had to ask my friend to actually figure out how to regenerate your health, because I was in battles and I wasn't regenerating my health and I was just dying all the time. It was really annoying, but then I figured out that the abilities actually give you extra health, and there's some other ability that I believe if you assassinate an enemy you get like bonus XP, different things like that. It's really cool, and there's a big focus here on leveling up as well. Your level is extremely important in this game. Your level increases your damage, your health, pretty much does everything. It's a very important aspect of the game. And doing all these side quests and doing little things here and there to try to boost the amount of XP you get just feels so goddamn satisfying, because you know this is going to help your character in the long run when it comes to main story missions and different things like that. It does give you a recommended level if you are going into a main mission, and generally your main mission level for the recommended level for the next mission generally is higher than the level that you actually get the mission at, so you generally have to do some side quests to actually work yourself up to that main mission. But overall, it's not so bad. The side missions in this game can be very fun and very enjoyable, well, the couple that I have played, and I'm not a big person on side quests. I never really have been. I have been getting into side quests more. The more video games I've been playing, more RPG style games, I've been trying to do more side quests to give myself more of an objective in the game. It just makes the game more enjoyable for me. The side quests in this game so far are very enjoyable. Another feature that I really like is the bird. The bird is awesome. I love this bird that you call in. You can scour the skies and figure out where you're supposed to go, figure out where your enemies are, and just lock onto a target. It's really cool. I think it brings a whole nother aspect to the game, and that brings in more visual stuff and landscape stuff. You can call in your bird at any time, anywhere. You can just look way off into the distance, and the world is so beautiful. This game must have took forever to make. That's all I'm thinking, because the world is massive. I'm only in a tiny portion of the game right now, and the starting point that I'm at is massive. It's huge. The draw distance is very far. The game looks beautiful. The landscape is beautiful. Overall, the game is really impressing me so far, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And as I said, I'm having a lot of fun with the game so far. I'm really glad that my friend actually ended up getting this, because this game so far is a lot of fun. I really love RPG style games, big open world games. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff, and I'm a big fan of this game right now. I generally don't really like Egyptian style of settings too much in anything, pretty much. I'm not big into Egyptians or Egypt or anything like that. But with this game, I love the setting. I absolutely love it. I love the sword battling. I love the combat. I love everything about it. I love the pyramids that you can climb. It's awesome. The game is amazing. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far, and I hope to play it more in the future. If I do play it more, I'm going to make a full-on review of the game. I've actually made this video a lot longer than I actually thought I was gonna. I was planning to make like a 3-4 minute video. It's into like the 9-10 minute area right now. But anyway guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.